Hello everyone. Today I will be doing a critique and review of Austin from Raw Bliss. He's a YouTuber who's a fruitarian and he has a vlog channel. I will be going over his video called First Cupping Experience and Counting Calories 3400 Plus. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. This is Austin from Raw Bliss.
I like how he says Raw Bliss. No, actually I don't really like it, but I just think it's kind of funny. Instead of saying Raw Bliss, he goes Raw Bliss.
It's about 4 a.m. and I already did like 200 squats in 3 sets. I feel really good about that. I have a lot of energy today and I've been slacking on legs, so today's the day. I'm gonna get it. Be like that.
What is this? Are these supposed to be squats? His form is really bad. Like he's not going all the way down like he's supposed to. Is that cracking? I hear his legs cracking. These are half squats, not a
This is good
single.
because I can watch my form.
And he thinks his form is good. And his legs are shaking. This means he can't support the weight, which is like 100 pounds, or he weighs like 120 pounds max. He can't support his own weight. I could understand it if his legs were shaking, if he had a heavy barbell on his shoulders, but he has nothing. He's only just using his body weight. This is not healthy. A young man his age should be at his peak when it comes to strength and fitness. But he is emaciated. So emaciated. Look at his legs. They're way too skinny. They look sickly. No muscle at all. Yet why does he act like his diet is the healthiest? This is not an image of health. Shaking, wow. It looks like his legs are gonna shatter in front of my eyes. Like literally break. Hard to watch. And we're still going.
Oh.
Okay, we're done now.
Woo! That's my 4th set. Someone count that. I wasn't counting.
His transition is a bunch of hearts. That's cute. Very feminine though. Just an observation, nothing bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just an observation.
Going to the market at 5 a.m. is the best thing about like this place, I swear. You can get anything. They had soursop, they had sugar apple, they had milk fruit, they had amazing soft jackfruits. That's what I went for, soft jackfruit, because I'm coming for these gains.
Okay, he's acting a little too excited over fruits, like a drug addict anticipating his next fix. Except his drug of choice is sugar. He's chasing the high of the fruit sugar. It keeps him in a constant state of dopamine hits to the brain each time he takes a hit of that sugar. Experts say that sugar is more addicting than cocaine. And here we are witnessing a sugar addict craving his beloved drug. He moved all the way to Vietnam. I think a big part of that was to have access to the best fruit and variety. A lot of vegans and fruitarians do that. They move somewhere in the world just to be close to fruit. Hawaii, Thailand, the Caribbean, wherever else has good fruit. Anyways, he has all this energy and motivation to be up at 5 a.m. and at the market to get the best fruits. Okay, there's more to life than fruits.
You guys, sugar apple, they had milk fruit, they had amazing soft jackfruits. That's what I went for, soft jackfruit, because I'm coming for these gains, you guys. I'm coming for these gains. I'm smashing in the fruit, smashing the calories. Jackfruit has B6, which is...
Okay, you can't get gains from fruits. Not the gains that he's talking about. He's talking about building muscle on fruit. Sorry, Austin, but that's not going to happen. There are no building blocks in fruit that will create muscle mass. His diet is not nourishing. It's just a bunch of fiber and sugar. A few minerals here and there and some vitamin C. But I'm talking about there's nothing that will build muscle. There's things that serve another purpose, not the purpose of building strong bones and muscle. He's only going to get weaker and weaker, and it's already happening. Fruit proteins aren't bioavailable. They're incomplete and they're missing an essential amino acid. And the body doesn't store protein like it does other macronutrients, so the protein has to come from the diet, which he's not getting. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. If one of them is missing, then he's not going to be able to build muscle. He needs to eat a steak. He needs beef, eggs, chicken if he wants to build muscle. Bioavailable protein comes from animal foods. That's just a fact.
It's great for breaking down protein, and it's pretty high in protein too. Oh my gosh, this guy's just laying on the sidewalk. Good morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, so I smashed a small coconut and just going for a walk. Barefoot, of course, on the beach. I try to get grounded in the morning and breathe in that fresh sea breeze. Get my body flooded with negative ions.
See, he's all about being healthy. He does all these healthy activities like grounding, breathing, going in nature, etc., etc. Yet he's a fruitarian. That does not coincide at all. Fruitarianism is not a healthy diet at all. It's a high sugar diet and it's depleted of vital nutrients that he needs, like stuff like heme iron, vitamins A, B12, K2, vitamin D. And don't say, oh, he can get vitamin D from the sun. Not if he doesn't have cholesterol. That's what it takes to synthesize a vitamin D. And his diet is devoid of cholesterol.
It's amazing. Like in an hour, everyone will just be flooded here. Get their fresh fish.
If only he would eat fish too. He just commented in a joking way about people getting their fish. Well, he needs fish. If he were to add fish into his diet, he would be set. At the very least, just fish. He would be getting his protein that he needs to grow his muscles. He would be able to meet his fitness goals. And he would be getting omega-3 fatty acids, DHA, EPA, among other things. He really needs more fat in his diet too. The way he eats now is devoid of fat, and coconuts and avocados don't cut it. He needs protein, fat, and cholesterol. And don't say, oh, cholesterol is bad. Every cell in your body is made of cholesterol. Your body is almost completely made of, or your brain, is almost completely made of cholesterol. So your body needs cholesterol.
Look at this massive piece of jackfruit. This weighs 3 kilos. I got it for $2.75. Look at how it's so perfect. It's like the orange variety, but it's so like soft. It's like right in between where I want it, like kind of crunchy, but still super soft and juicy.
Is that a woman or is that a jackfruit?
Oh man, it's so good. Don't even need oil for this.
Is that a woman or is that a jackfruit? The way he's touching it is like he's really turned on.
Oh, juicy.
You would think he's touching a woman, but I don't think he's touched a woman in a very long time, if ever. No offense.
This is heavenly, you guys. Pure bubblegum. Wow. Way more complex than bubblegum. My God. It's like hormones firing in my brain now. It's chemicals. Oh my God. The most high quality, like freaking epic jackfruit. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's talking about hormones. Speaking of hormones, and that wasn't hormones, by the way, that was just a dopamine rush from the sugar. But speaking of hormones, the vegan diet will wreak havoc on the hormones. Fruitarianism is an extreme version of veganism, so the effects are more severe. You can already tell his hormones are out of whack. He appears to have no sexuality at all. Like, he appears to be asexual. Someone who's asexual doesn't feel sexual desire or attraction for other people, and some of them don't even masturbate or date other people. Asexuality can be caused by nutritional deficiencies. I think this is the case with him. An example is, do you guys remember Elise Parker? She used to have a channel called Raw Alignment. She's now changed her channel to her name, Elise Parker, because she stopped being a vegan. And she considered herself asexual until she stopped being vegan, and then she ate a bunch of salmon. Then she says that her sex drive came screaming back. And then she said that she was never really asexual, that she was just sick. And I think that's the case with Austin too. Like, I don't think this is his true self. Like, I think if he was to eat like human appropriate food, like, I don't think he would be asexual anymore. So I don't think this is his true self. A guy his age should be in his sexual peak, should be raging with testosterone, but he looks really low in testosterone. This is not good at all.
Supplement with B12 if you have to. I prefer using natural herbs like red clover.
Supplement with B12. You know what has vitamin B12? Red meat. If people would eat more red meat, the B12 deficiencies wouldn't be as prevalent. But since red meat has been so vilified and demonized, a lot of people just don't eat very much of it nowadays. And the studies on red meat tested people who smoke and drank and didn't even take good care of their health. So that's why the studies on red meat aren't good. They need to do studies on healthy and health conscious people who exercise, who eat healthy, and who also eat red meat. Then they would know the truth. Beef especially is the powerhouse of nutrients.
Now, I haven't got a blood test. I'm looking into how to get that done here in Vietnam. But when I did get it done a couple years ago before I started traveling, and I was already 2 years into the Fruitarian diet, nothing was low. My B12 was fine. My iodine was fine. My iron was fine.
He really needs to get another test and see if he's normal. I mean, the first test he got, like the first blood test he got, he said it's normal, but now that he's been on the Fruitarian diet even longer, I'd be curious to see what his results are.
Everything was good. So, yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the minerals. And a lot of us are mineral deficient. This isn't exclusive to vegans or people on a plant-based diet or fruitarians. Most people are B12 deficient and deficient in many other things. A lot of vitamins, minerals, and fruits. And people don't eat fruits. And people need to cut out the middleman because the animal gets the B12 from the plants. The animal makes it in its gut. And that doesn't mean you're necessarily going to absorb it properly because something has B12 in it.
Yeah, the animal makes it in his guts. Yes, an herbivore. Not a human. An herbivore has a special stomach that turns the plants into B12. So I don't know why vegans think humans have the same digestive system as herbivores. I don't know why they think that.
I cannot believe I just ate all that jackfruit. I punched it into Chronometer. It's 6 cups of jackfruit without the seed, without the skin, 940 calories, 16 grams of protein, and like 8 grams of fat or something. a ridiculous amount of carbs. Yeah, like
Yeah, 940 calories and just pure sugar and carbs. And 16 grams of protein is not a lot of protein. He should be getting like 30 grams of protein per meal, not 16 grams in a whole day. Also, those 16 grams aren't even bioavailable for humans.
second meal of the day. Got a lot of chiku. I bought a little more than I thought I needed because I tried a couple and they were not very sweet. So I wanted to make sure I got a lot of good ones.
More candy, aka fruits. He complains about the chico fruit not being sweet. Maybe to him it's not, but I bet to a normal person it would be just fine. It would be just sweet enough. And I mean a normal person, like a person who's not so addicted to sugar like he is. I think his palate is desensitized because of all the constant sweet stuff he eats. What he's doing is to himself is constantly spiking his insulin, and that can lead to diabetes. And a lot of fruitarians get diabetes from all the sugar they consume. They also get cavities and loose teeth from the sugar breaking down the enamel.
This cost me about $2.20. First cupping experience. I don't know if you guys...
Look at his ribs. Pay attention to his ribs.
You guys
Sticking
can
out.
see. I'll post a picture on my
His
Instagram
spine, you
because
can see it.
I don't know, it's kind of hard to
Look at his arm.
Look
how
film.
Bony his arm is.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it was really interesting. It didn't hurt at all like I thought it would. It hurt a little bit when she like pulled them off at the end. I sat there for like 10 minutes just with them like my whole back just sucked up in these glass cups, and really relaxing feeling. She couldn't put them on my shoulders because I think like I don't have enough fat there or something, but they kept falling off, and she got really frustrated. She's like started like saying something in Vietnamese, and then she gave me like a nice neck, shoulder, back massage after.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough fat for all the cupping. I'm really surprised they were able to cup on his back. His shoulders, no way, of course not. I mean, he is really scrawny and emaciated looking. Yet his face is all puffy looking. His face doesn't match his body, and I wonder why it's all puffy like that. It might be the sugar retention or something. And I'm not putting down like naturally skinny bodies. Like if somebody eats well, yet they are naturally skinny, that's fine. I'm talking about the kind of skinny when someone is starving themselves via a nutrient deficient diet. That's when it's an issue. And I really don't understand his thinking. Like, can't he tell how unhealthy he looks? What does he think when he looks in the mirror and sees all the bones through his skin? Something is not connecting here. And it actually makes sense because when the brain is starved for nutrients, thinking and reasoning are affected.
The postman came right when I got out of the shower. Finally reached me. Got these dried bananas. I used to eat like dried baby bananas all the time back in the States from Trader Joe's. These are so good, super sweet. Nice little on-the-go snack. Yeah, these just cost $2. It's like pretty good deal.
Dried fruit, more sugar, more sugar. Does he ever stop? And why is everything $2? Did you guys notice that? Everything he buys has been $2.
Dear God, thank you for this food that I am receiving. Please bless the hands that allowed it to come to me today. Please help it nourish, hydrate, energize, regenerate my body. In Jesus' name, amen.
It amazes me how spiritual he is, yet he's not spiritual enough to tune into his own body and listen to what it's trying to tell him. If he was to connect with his own body, he would know to not be a fruitarian.
So I've been tracking the calories that I'm consuming over the past, it's like the third day now. And just to experiment with it again.
Of course, there's not going to be enough calories in fruit. You're not going to be able to meet your caloric needs or your macronutrients needs, except for maybe carbs. That's it. That's why you're starving and malnourished.
Come for me. Come for me in the comments. Ugh.
This is
This
his
looks so
last
good.
meal of the day.
You guys, I am so excited. Oh my god. Okay. It's papaya and coconut milk. Fresh coconut milk, you guys.
Oh my god.
My first time. I put quite a bit of coconut milk. I'm gonna try just the milk.
Papaya swimming in coconut milk. Okay,
Ooh,
this is just getting
very good.
ridiculous. This isn't funny anymore.
For those that don't know, they take the mature coconut, the really old, and they take the meat. It's very hard,
take this anymore.
and they grind.
I'm gonna cut it off right here. This is just sad, you guys. I really hope that he wakes up soon and starts eating a human appropriate diet, which includes plenty of animal products. He needs beef, eggs, raw milk, cheese, butter. These are the foods that will nourish and heal his body. He has an eating disorder, a pretty severe one too. It's like anorexia via fruitarianism. I've heard that anorexics like that emaciated look. They love looking sick. This is what I've heard. This is what I've heard from ex-anorexics. Could this be what's going on with Austin? Maybe he likes that look. Maybe he's just doing this on purpose, but well, maybe not, because he did say that he's trying to put on weight. He's hard to figure out. I don't think his brain is working properly though, because it's starving for nutrients. So I don't even think he's figured himself out. A lot of people are concerned about him though. People comment all the time in his videos, but he never listens to anyone's advice. It's like he's being stubborn. I really hope he starts listening to his body before he deteriorates even more. He seems like a really good person. He has a nice personality and he's a natural in front of the camera. He makes good videos. So this isn't a hate video that I'm making. This is a concerned and worried video. I wonder what his parents think of him and his diet. They must be worried too. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.